Alright, so this is my Slifer Control Draw Exodia deck. I'm gonna show it in action, explain some cards, some combos, and I'll show the deck profile at the end. I'm working on getting the cards in real life. I'm missing a few of them, but yeah, let's get into this. Alright, so opening hand, obviously we're gonna set just in case we don't know what they're playing. I was like, perfect. Lock. Normally blue eyes don't play outs, so it depends on the person, but then I see him playing this card and I'm like, okay, I guess we're playing nostalgia versus an unfair futuristic Exodia. So we discard, draw two. It's okay because we'll get our monsters back, but the whole point is like this mixed with the trap. You discard up to 5, and that's cost. And then you draw 2, so I'm safe under Mystic Mine. And then instead of your 1 draw for your draw phase, you draw 2 instead. So it's like a steady draw 2 on your turn. So you could pair this with this Return of the Sky God. You draw 6 on Return of the Sky God. You can drop 5, draw 2, and it's just some cool stuff you could do with it. Dark World's dealings, you go negative, but with revival is like you're just gonna plus more cards. See, you draw 2 each turn. And we're setting up to just control the field. And draw 2 more. Now we gotta draw Fate, but we have to lose light points. So at this point, we'll just pay to negate his monster. Now draw Fate would speed things up a lot faster instead of drawing 2 per turn. Exodia will return any cards in the grave monsters back to the deck. Also, when he attacks, he can send 1 monster from your deck to the graveyard, so he helps set up Slifer. And as you can see, you just draw. The next duel shows perfectly like why I like them in tandem, like together. And then he pops himself with his own effect, which is an activated effect. So if you're on the Mystic Mine by Slifer by himself and they have no monsters, Slifer won't destroy himself. And you just set him up for Exodia. I had control, so I was like, alright. And normally with Draw Fate, it's like, you set up you stack 3 cards. You draw 1, and then you have to wait 2 more turns for the other 2, but it's like with Guarded Treasure, you're drawing both of them. So it like speed things up a lot more. And then I'll show you the combo with Guarded Treasure with Revival if you got both of them together. Like, alright, he's normal summoning, so cute. Now we got Slifer in graveyard. Good. I like this. I like Exodius. Like the deck just goes with itself. I can't wait to get in real life. Update my Exodia deck to this build. I got another guard treasure, but we need 5 to activate it, like I said. At this point, we're gonna wait because I want to keep the piece of Exodia in my hand. The 1 piece. I'm like, I was like, perfect, but then this is where I show you both cards and I wait for my turn to do it. At this point, now we got 5 cards we can discard. We're gonna keep the limb, get rid of the 5 other cards. Then, before this draws the 2 off of the discarding of initiating its effect, we're gonna activate Revival of the Sky Guards, and we're gonna draw 5, 6, 7 cards. Draw the 5 from Revive, and then the 2 from activating, so it's 7. So like I said, speed up, power up, and then we're just gonna set up for next turn so we can activate another one if I drew it, or just remain with control. So at this point, we have a good advantage. Draw Fate is dead, but you know. Activate. I'm gonna just negate. Now a Slifer stays there, like I said. Upstart. And just in case he wants to banish something, no. Also stops Mystic Mind from going away from Cosmic Cyclone. And now they have a Slifer to contend with on the field. And every turn I'm drawing 2. I know you're seeing my hand, so I could have set and then popped. But at this point, I'm like, alright, we're acting cute. So he has no choice forcing him into checkmate, into attacking Jet. Because if he bounced mine, he would have just lost the game anyways. But he's losing anyways to it in a different way. So we got our Exodia, baby. Like I'm playing an RPG game. Alright, so now we're gonna go into the third one. And I'm like, oh, banishing, okay. Works for you too. So in this one we're playing Albaz. Alright. I honestly felt like scooping, but I was like, you know what? Let's see what fate allows. Put back the piece, send Slifer, power up Slifer, bring him to the field because I have the trap already. You negate, so I'm like, oh, that's all fun. I'm gonna give you a gift, gain life points. And then discard, card destruction. Set up, draw fate. Super polys. I weaken his monster and he's still on the field, but he's on the Mystic Mind because I played Metaverse. So at this point, as I have control. Now we want to try to set up for Guardian Treasure so we can speed things up. And now I'm good. I don't want to use him because I want to discard for Guarded Treasure. But then I drew this, so it's like I'm not going to use it yet. I'd rather them not be able to banish. I'm going to wait. One more. So if it's not a piece of Exodia, we can use Guarded Treasure so we can just keep drawing. Upstart, set up for the game. That's GG right there. We drew third. The last 2 pieces are on top. Because of Guardian Treasure, instead of waiting one other turn, it's a guaranteed pot of greed every turn. This is game 2 of that game. A shout out to the people who actually went through with actually finishing the duel. A lot of people see me set up now, knowing what I'm playing, and they just scoop. Like, they surrender and they don't even want to play. But it's like, how else am I supposed to put this out there if people are surrendering and leaving and they don't know what I'm playing or how I'm playing it? Which is the element of surprise. But it can be slow at first, but like I said. Doo-doo-doo. Just in case. And that was a good thing we did that. I mean, I could have played Guarded Treasure, but you would have not known if we played another one. Alright, card destruction. I just want to dig deeper. And I drew what I wanted. Dig even deeper. Draw 2. Slifer come back. Draw even more. Isn't this fucking busted? all that draw power I just drew. And no, you're not getting rid of that. And we're not banishing no more. And like just bring out him. Since I recycle everything, I have to put Slifer back in, so that's why I used it. And then set up for draw fate. Now the last 2 cards, and that's it. I searched 2 pieces of Exodia and Harpies. I don't know why it didn't let me play Harpies at all. But the other 2 pieces I drew, so either way. And then this is another game. No wait, this is the same one. Pause. Let's leave this. Because we did that one. Because this was 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, this was a different one. I beat him with Exodia and then he surrendered game 2. Like, this is crazy. Like, how am I supposed to make my deck even better if nobody's letting me finish the duel? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I don't know what made me bring this deck together. I was just thinking Slifer, I want to play him, and he has 6 cards draw. And I've been using Guarded Treasure for a while now with my Slifer build, and I'm still working on my offensive deck of Slifer with my Arcana Knights and Raw with my Arcana Knights, and they're working good, but it's like I feel like I'm missing something. But I'm still playing with them, and I don't know, this just came to fruition when I went to bed. I'm like Slifer, the draw 6, and then Exodia, and then I was like Guarded Treasure. Like, as you see, Guarded Treasure, I discarded my whole hand, drew 6 off of Slifer, and then 2 more, so it's like 8. 8 cards in the 2-card combo I drew. Just in case I didn't want him to go into anything that would pop my mind, I let Slifer crash. Also lowers our life points for everything else. And like I said, I had the perfect setup, and the +8 from Guarded Treasure playing right into Revival of the Sky God. And then game 2, like, he surrendered and just left. And this one was just funny as hell. Where is it? I didn't win for Exodia, but Slifer did his job, so it was just hilarious. And again, game 2, this person left too. They tried to evenly match, Solemn. Like, I don't know if he's used to playing this deck, the deck he has, or what, but whatever the case is. Like, this is our setup. Our hand is our setup. We want that card destruction so we can get rid of it and I can set up. So the first draw of Fate was card destruction I set up for, the Slifer Trap, and Guardian Treasure. After that, it's just lock in the field and Mystic Mine, draw Fate, lock into game. So this is where it was funny. Harpy, Solemns. He Dragoons, but my initial effect, he let it go through because he wanted to pop me thinking I'm going to lose 2,000 life points. No. Then I let him attack me for 1 because I have game on the field depending on what he does. So I'm like, I'm going to just finish him for game with Slifer. He ashes my draw Fate, which I thought I was trying to bait him out, but I didn't see draw Ash. I forgot about Ash because I haven't been running into it at all. And then when I play my trap, he tries to freaking use Dragoon's effect to negate and destroy, but its activation and effect cannot be negated point blank. So it's like, alright, now you wasted his negate and your Ash. Even with this card on the field, it's like, I don't care. I'm used to having one monster on the field, and I'm like, alright, at this point, life is too risky to go into anything else. I'm just gonna punch him in the face with Slifer. Let Slifer get this win, the final win. And then, again, game 2, he leaves. I'll show you the deck profile. I'm calling it Slifer Control Draw Exodia. So we got all 5 pieces. Our Exodia, the Forbidden Lord. Even if I send the pieces to the graveyard with Guardian Treasure, this could just put everything back. And even if I sent them back, he would get powered up. There was one point I powered him up by 4,000 because I sent them all to the graveyard again with this. And then brought out Slifer, just both of these just punching him in the face. But when he attacks, you can send any monster from your deck to the graveyard. So I normally bounce everything back and then use him to send Slifer. I take damage. Slifer's in the graveyard, so that's like Slifer's in the graveyard perfectly set up for Revival of the Sky God. Not only that, we took damage, so that activates Draw Fate. They have the strongest monster. We can play Draw Fate, set up anything we want. Guardian Treasure, I love looking for it because I love using this, as you see in some of the combos with Revival of the Sky God. You can draw, even if you get rid of this is already set. I like waiting for my turn to do it. Guardian Treasure, send 5, but then chain Revival of the Sky God. You're drawing 6, and then you're drawing the 2 off of Guardian Treasure for 8. And more than likely, it's like Exodia's in your deck, and if you didn't draw it, it's like this is your setup card. Once you have the field locked, you have your protection. Nothing could get banished. You don't have to worry about that. This puts everything back. This also is good in multiple ways because it allows you to play this for Mystic Mind to be live. You get life points if you need it. They draw, and then it's his continuous effect of having 3 cards in hand. So they'll have to discard. If they leave him on the field, they'll have to discard cards until they have 3, which is perfect beyond anything else because now they have 3 cards in hand. They're locked on the Mystic Mind, and now you can play Revival of the Sky God again. Because you cannot play this if they have 6 cards in hand, and you can't play this if you have 6 cards in hand. So this gets rid of your hand so you can play it. This, if they don't get rid of it, gets rid of their hand up to 3. So that way you can go live with a second one. And it's like normally within a second one, and I never use a third. So if you want to put the trap card that brings it out, you can do that. Maybe you could take out one of this and one of this so you can add it, or whatever you want to do your way. But I'm just introducing the world into an updated Exodia build because I am known for Exodia everywhere I go and thinking outside the box and just coming up with something different. And I love Exodia and I love Slifer, but it's like trying to figure out what to do with it. And then I came up with this. I'm like, wait, Slifer, draw 6. Then I was like Exodia, and then it's like I was playing this for a while, and this discards, and then you draw 2 steadily every turn. Then paired with this, it's like it just all came together in my head, and I tried explaining it to people, my thought process, and some people don't get it until you actually show them. So this is what I came up with for now, and I've been loving it. It's fun, it's different, and I've been catching a lot of people off guards because they don't know what the deck does or how it works. So the element of surprise always makes you win. But once they figure it out, they learn the algorithm, then they figure out how to stop you and so forth, and they change up their whole deck. But for now, and I love this too. There was a few times I brung back Slifer, drew the 8, drew into this. I popped one guy's monster. He had 4 monsters. I popped them, drew 4 more cards, and attacked him for 11,000, I think it was. Because it's 8, take away 1 is 7, and then I drew 4. Yeah, I hit him for 11,000 with Slifer. And like, you don't have to play it with Exodia if you don't want. But I figured, you know, Slifer's okay. He's a floodgate, but there's so many outs It's like, why not have the protection if you can't punch them in the face real fast? Then it's like you're drawing so much. It's like, why not have Exodia as a backup plan? So even if they pop him, they negate him like you saw his attack back to 0. It's like, all right, one god is help bringing out another god, and just going from there. The extra deck I really don't use at all, so you can put whatever you want, or you don't have to put 9 at all. You could put that Monarch card, where if you control the tribute monster or whatever it is, or you don't have any cards in your extra deck, your opponent can't special summon either. That would just really fuck with them more. But that's about it. Here's a new Exodia build world. Slifer, Control Draw Exodia.